Hello, I'm Jashikins, and this is another channel update. Now, these channel updates will be about, well, why I didn't film a certain video, so you can stay up to date on what's happening. Why I missed a certain video, maybe even things I plan for the channel. And before I would just do like little channel updates before or after a dramatic reading. And so to actually stay up to date about my channel, you would have to watch every single fucking video just to make sure. So, as I really want this channel to grow and evolve and attract new audiences, that system just doesn't fucking work. Because you shouldn't have to be that dedicated to know what the fuck's going on. Now, I'm going to start off talking about why there wasn't a writing session episode this week. And the reason is sort of twofold. The first is that my husband, Rev Resner, had back surgery. And so when he was in the hospital, I would spend hours a day at the hospital, which meant, the workload of my blog, this YouTube channel, just went down slightly. It didn't really go down, but I had to do a lot less every day. And now Revs is back home and in recovery, and as I'm the only other person in the house, I actually have to really look after him. If he needs something, I have to be there. So that along with the other housework I do every day sort of slows things down. So that was the reason that led into reason 2. Reason 2 is that I had a bunch of scripts I needed to finish. And due to, as I've mentioned previously, the strained workload, I didn't have as much time, and I couldn't always count on certain days to be able to do certain things. At least as far as the blog was concerned. And so I decided on Wednesday, when I was going to film the latest writing session episode, to instead finish one of the scripts. And I thought to myself, if I finished writing the script in time to film writing session, I'll do that. But I'm going to focus on getting the script done and hope that I'll be able to film writing session. But as you can tell, I wasn't able to do that. So that's why writing session didn't happen this week. Now, about, I fucking wanted to say Inheritance. Just new Aragon book is coming out really, really fucking late December. And so I'm about to do a reread of the series. I am looking factoids up. So yeah, that's really big on my mind right now. But anyways, not Inheritance, Insurgent, the second book in the Divergent series. Now, I was reading the collector's edition, which meant beyond just the actual book itself, there was bonus material. So my plan was to read the book, outline that part of the review, and then look at the bonus material and review as much of that as I thought I could make interesting. I am leaving out the playlists, how to throw like a candor party. I just really didn't feel like I had that much to say about those. So I did a good chunk of it, but then there's also another chunk that I'm not going to be reviewing. But anyways, So I finished reading Insurgent, and then I outlined it. And I've increased the reviews from 5 parts to 10 parts just as I feel I read some large books, and plus for the time I take reading and writing, I figure that you, my viewers, probably want a little bit more than like just 5 points, 5 parts. So I increased to 10 parts. And so writing the writing the review took a few days longer than I had originally planned. So yeah, I and then after that, after I had written the review of the book, I still had what ended up being 3 parts of the bonus material. And so reading and writing that ended up, you guessed it, taking a little longer than expected. There was only just like a 1 or 2 minute delay where I was just wondering how to set it up. Like, should I do it, take each segment and do 5 parts or 3 parts? And so that I work something out that I think still gives my opinions and makes it interesting without bogging myself down. And so I finally finished writing the entire script. Now, and I think I finished that maybe Monday or Tuesday. Most likely Tuesday. I tend not to do that much writing when I film videos. So I had it in time to, film on Wednesday. But even if I had decided that, oh, I'll just delay writing the script until Thursday, or if I have time on Wednesday, I didn't make the title card yet, so yeah. So yeah, I will have the Insurgent review on Wednesday of next week, so we'll finally get that done. I've really sort of been excited. Actually, I'm checking my calendar just to make sure I don't have anything that might potentially interfere. Okay, I have a dentist appointment, but it'll give me more than enough time to film the video. And finally, just brief musing on what the future of this channel might hold. The main thing of the channel is that really started the channel and really is currently the foundation of the channel is my dramatic reading of the Animorphs series, and I think that sort of might be why I've been getting a little bit of subscribers recently. I mean, before it was like 20, 22, and now I'm thinking up to 31 subscribers. So that's just fucking awesome. And but the thing is, Animorphs is a small series. And while I adore the fan base, I adore being part of the fan base. The truth is it's sadly a small fandom, which means there's not as many people to be interested in the videos. It's like, I mean, I do hope, really fucking hope that people discover my Animorphs dramatic readings and start to really enjoy the series, because it really, really, really deserves a lot more attention than it's actually been given. But the thing is, if people aren't already a Phantomorph, aka an Animorphs fan, they won't be as searching for anything Animorphs related. Maybe they'll run into a video that suggests one of my Animorphs dramatic readings. But going to sort of go with the fact that if a person isn't really searching for it already, not really interested, they won't, subscribe to my channel, won't start watching my videos. So I sort of wanted to attract them in to my channel, and maybe they'll like search around like, oh cool, there's like this Animorphs dramatic reading thing. And so I tried with my A Marriage of Convenience podfic. I really want to thank the people in this one Facebook group that alerted me to the term podfic and that I could actually post it on Archive of Our Own. I had no fucking idea about that. So anyways, this is what problems I have while not working on a script. My mind goes in 10 different directions at once. But basically, I need something to attract people so that they'll come on the channel, they'll continue watching the videos, and maybe they'll go, hey, look at it. I'm waiting for this sort of video I like from from Jashikins, but I guess there's an Animorphs thing. I don't know what the fuck they were. Weren't they the books with silly covers? And they'll maybe start watching, and they'll start going, holy fuck, this is actually a good series and a lot darker. I mean, in the first few chapters alone, this heroic alien gets eaten alive. Really a long story short, and that's goddamn just describing that disturbing scene. So I try to find things that people might like. I figured since A Marriage of Convenience got a lot of attention, now I found my train of thought that I lost. I thought that with A Marriage of Convenience, since it got a lot of attention, some negative. I guess the thing that stir up the fandom that I just did just because I thought it would make a good story. I wasn't trying to irritate people, but I guess a good mixture of pissing the fandom off is deny that John Danny is a thing and give Jon Snow the really short end of the stick in a fic. Because holy fuck, it's like, these are fictional characters. I mean, I tagged my story correctly, so if you didn't like the material, you could avoid it. But people are like, well, this person has a different opinion than me. I better bitch at them. The fuck? Okay. So that didn't really work. I did do I guess a content or age warning on YouTube, so maybe that slowed down some audience. But I was reading the unedited version of the fic, so I didn't want to risk anything. I really didn't want to risk anything. So that didn't really work, and I sort of sad about that a little. It didn't get. I was expecting to get attention, likes, comments, positive, negative, and so people would, then visit my channel, subscribe for the next part, and maybe get drawn in by the other content. So that didn't work. I'm still doing reviews, but the reviews are more of books that I have lying around my house as an excuse to get to read them again while saying, oh yeah, I have to read this book because I just happen to have to do a review of it. Oh my god. How did that coincidence happen? Oh. And so I did Twilight. And Twilight, I just wanted to reread it because it's a series it's not a good series, but I fucking love reading it. So I did that. I'm now working through the Divergent series, only doing the first 3 books, not the, I think a collection of shorts, about 4, and not the short We Will Be Mended, though I really, really want to read that someday. That's on my bucket list. And remember when I earlier this video where I mentioned the inheritance cycle? Now I like the inheritance cycle, and I know it's derivative. I read like a lovely like post the other night talking about things that seem to be copied, and it was just, it's like, I know it's derivative, but I fucking enjoyed it. And I'm about to do a reread of the entire series. I have the first 2 books. Revs was just fucking awesome, and for birthday gift, he's got me the first 2 books in the inheritance cycle, so I can do a nice long reread, and I am so fucking excited, like waiting every day to, get the package, and so I can start. And so there's going to be a new book set in the Aragon universe released, I believe, like December 31st of this year. And it's not going to be a continuation of the series. Well, sort of, but from what I know at this moment, it's a collection of stories. So it's not like it's a sequel series or a standalone book, just to help clarify, and resolve some plot points from the end of Inheritance, which I dread. I'm excited but dreaded reading the final book in the Inheritance cycle, just because I remember being disappointed about some of the plot points. So I'm going to be viewing it again, reading it again. So yeah. So I don't know how my opinions will have changed throughout time. But, and the new book is, I think, God dangs, though, the Fork and the Worm, or what, some combination of those 3 words. And it's just a collection of stories. But I figure that reviewing the inheritance cycle and then finishing off with the new book maybe will attract readers, not readers, goddamn. Maybe if my viewers are readers, okay. But I figure that might be a way to attract new people, because everyone's probably going to be maybe a handful of people will be like, hey, look at an Aragon book, and maybe they'll reignite interest in the series enough that my reviews will get attention, and therefore people will subscribe to me and start watching me and watch therefore the Amherst dramatic readings. Now, after I finish A Marriage of Convenience today, which will be the outro video, the dramatic readings will sort of be changed. Monday and Friday will be dedicated to Amor's dramatic reading, because there's 54 books in the main series, 4 chronicles, and 4 megamorphs. Now, there are also 2 choose your own adventure books in the series, Alternamorphs, but they suck so bad I'm not fucking bothering with them. If I do bother with them, I will do reviews of both. So yeah, but I'm not going to dramatic read that bullshit. I haven't picked them up in years. I just remember being like, I don't know which I hate more, Alternamorphs or the Amorphs TV show. So yeah. And besides doing the Aragon reviews, I am looking for maybe a book that might attract attention by doing dramatic reading. I won't be doing the dramatic reading Monday and Friday, but if I can fit it in maybe on God damn it. Maybe if I can fit on Wednesday or after I, finish a book with an outro where I only do one video, I might, continue with this second dramatic reading. But if I do a dramatic reading, another one, at the same time of this new sort of chaotic schedule, I want to make sure that's a book that people will actually like reading. And I was like, oh, I could do, Aragon. And like, I just, those are long fucking books. And I worry that that just the first book alone will just, the dramatic reading will last longer than the people's renewed interest in the Inheritance series. So there's, but I will be doing a review series of the Inheritance cycle and the new Aragon book. Definitely do plan on doing that. And if you have any suggestions on videos or topics that you would like me to recover, you would like me to cover on this channel, please comment down below. And I hope you're all having a good day, and I will be filming 2 more videos today. If you are a patron on my Patreon, you will be getting this month's exclusive video, and also the outro video to Marriage of Convenience. But if you aren't a patron to my Patreon, you'll just get a nice, cool outro video to A Marriage of Convenience. And I hope you all have a great day, and goodbye.